It was one of the deadliest aviation disasters in U.S. history. TWA Flight 800 crashing off the coast of New York's Long Island, killing all 230 people on board. Now, a shocking new documentary asks, was there a government cover-up surrounding the tragedy? Megan Alexander reports.
It was not an accident. That's the extraordinary claim being made about TWA Flight 800, the jetliner that blew up off the coast of Long Island in 1996. Despite eyewitnesses who said the plane might have been shot down almost 17 years ago, the official verdict was that it was an accident. But now, several of the original investigators are reportedly disputing that finding. A new TV documentary claims the tragedy was caused by, quote, one or more explosions outside the aircraft. Tom Stalcup is one of the program's producers.
Is that an external detonation caused this crash, and we have proof of that. We have evidence that that occurred. We stopped short of saying, if it was a missile, who may have fired it. Was it a friendly fire missile? Was it a terrorist missile? We don't get into that.
Former NTSB investigator Hank Hughes supervised the painstaking reconstruction of the aircraft after the disaster. He is one of the experts featured in the new documentary called simply TWA Flight 800.
We found penetration of what appeared to be projectiles. There were nitrates found, evident of explosive.
All 230 people aboard the JFK to Paris flight were killed. Many witnesses said at the time they had seen a trail of light, possibly from a missile, moments before the plane blew up. But the NTSB determined that an electrical fault in a fuel tank triggered the explosion. This is how National Geographic Television once envisioned the tragedy. The new documentary claims that the true cause of the crash was covered up. The documentary is likely to be met with skepticism by many. The NTSB investigation into the disaster took 4 years, making it perhaps the most extensive in U.S. aviation history. A separate FBI probe also found no evidence of criminal activity. James Kallstrom led the original FBI investigation. I spoke to him by phone. Was there a cover-up?
I don't know of any cover-up. Certainly there was no cover-up on the FBI's part. And I don't believe there was on NTSB.
Heidi Cinader lost her fiancé, Michelle Brystroff, in the tragedy. She founded the group Access, which helps the families of plane crash victims.
I don't really take a stance on this. What I do believe is that in the end, no matter what caused it, it doesn't bring our loved ones back.
The documentary airs on the cable channel Epix July 17th, the 17th anniversary of the disaster.
Producers of the new documentary have filed a petition to reopen the investigation. And coming up next, he's a war hero amputee who's now an in-demand model.
Check out today's latest stories. Go to InsideEdition.com.
Now a story people are talking about.
And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and mobile.